Good evening, everyone. We're going to try and get us up and running momentarily. Let us know in the chat how you're hearing the audio. We have myself and Mick on tonight.
Good evening, everyone.
For a night stream trial. Let's see if we can get ATC up as well for you. Alright. So just bear with us. We are still learning the ropes on this new mixer. So alright, hopefully ATC will speak in a minute so we can pick it up. What we were hoping to feature at the start of our show would be this being the Qatari 777 Retro. It's currently down at Kilo awaiting departure. We've got a Velocity 7.3 taking off ahead of it, and then I think that Qatar.
Juliet there.
Yeah, I don't know if Qatar will get out next, or if they're gonna clear the Juliet departures first. Looks like we're gonna have a Qantas departing first from Juliet there.
That'll be Qantas 697. He's headed off to Adelaide.
There we go. So, just going to have to bear with us while we fine-tune the night streaming setups. So there they are. They're rolling now out to Adelaide. So we'd love to hear your feedback about the video and audio tonight. It's our first public night stream from T4. We did do a members test. What was that, about 6 or 8 weeks ago, Mick? It was a little while ago.
About a month ago, I think.
About a month ago? Alright, there we go. Qantas off to Adelaide.
Alright, your next one out is also a Juliet departure. Qantas wing 1551 heading down to Hobart. Little 717.
There they are, rolling. So we are going to try and learn how to increase the exposure on this camera as well, so that hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more as the night stream goes. Alright, there we go. They're out the door to Hobart.
Alright, Qatar seems to be moving.
Yeah, so we've got Qatar lining up. We are running dual cameras again tonight so that we can try and not interrupt the flow. Yeah, where are we? Qatari, there we are, rolling. Apologies for the generator noise in the background. We will try and tweak that a little bit too. Unfortunately, the Qatari not showing it very bright. Not on my screen anyway. Love to hear your feedback in the chat, guys, about what it all looks like tonight. The aim is that we can get some more night streams on for you guys. But there we go, Qatar's retro livery heading out the door there.
Got a little mini conga line down in Kilo.
Who we got down at Kilo? I can see someone with no tail lights on.
Yeah, that'll be too easy.
Who's that?
Okay, we've got Jetstar 528 heading off to Sydney.
Yeah, it's the Jetstar. It's just got a very dull scheme, and yeah, again, until we can work out the exposure on the camera, we're going to struggle a little bit, I think.
This is Jetstar 528. That's the Sydney service. It's an A320.
Heading up to see our good friends in Sydney at Sid Squad. They're running their show as we speak as well. Alright, Jetstar on the roll. Sounds like we don't have any ATC yet either, so we'll have a play with that in a minute and see if we can get ATC up. Alright, Jetstar out the door. So I'll have a look at the mixer and see if we can work out what's going on.
Looks like our next one out's going to be Qantas 636 up to Brisbane.
Alright, just bear with us a moment, guys. The Brisbane service looks like it's going to get out without me capturing, so just bear with us a minute just while we finish setting stuff up. Hayden, yeah, weather this weekend not looking great, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to get out here tonight to do a stream, just so you guys aren't feeling unloved. There we go, we got, apparently our audio is a little bit loud, so we're going to drop it back just a little bit for you. And we're going to say a massive thank you to Hayden for 5 gifted memberships. Your support of the channel has been great since the start, mate. We really do appreciate it. So Alan Matthews, Jeremy, Chris Alpha Mike, Cow, and John D. McLennan. John D. McLean, sorry. Leanne? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. Welcome all to the Melbourne Flyer Silver membership.
McLennan,
there we go.
Yeah, I just have to read it for the young one.
Yeah, that's why I keep Mick here to keep reading stuff for me. I don't know what's going on with this ATC. Scanner's on.
Oh.
So yeah, thank you once again, Hayden, for your support. It is greatly appreciated, mate.
Velocity 352, wind 350 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34.
A little bit loud.
Hey.
We'll drop it back a little
Runway
bit.
34.
Hold on, Tim.
Velocity 352.
Apparently had it on the wrong setting on the roadcaster, so that's it's only our second show, so we're still learning how to drive this thing.
738, Melbourne Tower, good
Shall we
evening.
forgive him this time, people?
QJ 1288, contact
Maybe.
departures, good night.
Well, that's just QJ 1288, good night.
I would suggest our next one is going to be an inbound. Velocity 352 in from Brisbane, 737.8.
Oh, yeah, can see the lights out in the distance. Yeah, welcome to everyone who is joining us.
Melbourne Tower, good day, Qantas 699, ready.
Cross 699, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
Alrighty, here's our next arrival. Was the Qantas coming in from Brisbane. No, Velocity coming in from Brisbane. Gotta learn to listen better, don't I?
Melbourne Tower, Velocity 1380, ready.
Velocity 1380, Melbourne Tower, good day.
So it's quite windy up here, but like some feedback as well from you guys. Is the wind noise carrying through on the stream or not? I feel like it is still a bit.
Expedite line up runway 34, be ready for an immediate departure.
Expedite line up, runway 34, Qantas 699.
There you are, we had Qantas 699 told to expedite their line up runway 34. Alright, so for some reason mix audio is not coming through.
699, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Runway 34, clear for takeoff, Qantas 699.
We'll try and have a look at that in a sec.
Velocity 1380, line up runway 34, be ready for an immediate departure.
Line up, runway 34, Velocity 1380.
That might be a little better.
There we go, you're back on channel.
Yeah.
Alright, so 699, that was heading to Brisbane, wasn't it?
Where are
Or was that Adelaide?
That's Adelaide, the 699. Next
Velocity
one,
1380, runway 34, clear
1380,
for
going
takeoff.
to Launceston.
34, clear for takeoff,
Another
Velocity 1380.
737.8.
Alright, they've just been cleared for takeoff. Thank you, Maxwell, for letting us know that the audio is good with you.
699, contact departures, good night.
Qantas, Qantas 699, good night, we're getting moderate chop through about 800 feet.
Roger.
Oh, sounds like the air's a little lumpy taking off.
Yeah, it's pretty windy here, so up here on T4. So I'd be surprised if it wasn't a bit lumpy on the way out.
Alright, once velocity's out,
Star 738,
we've got
0 degrees, 18 knots, runway 34,
38
clear
in
for
from
land.
Launceston.
Good land.
On the way in, it's a A320.
Yep, they just got cleared to land, so going to assume they're not too far out.
I can see their lights, and I can see the lights of the one behind them, which is Qantas 633 in from Brisbane.
Good evening, the X-Wing. Welcome. And welcome to everyone who's joining us tonight for our first public live stream that we've done on the channel. Aside from any of those who remember the very early days of our couple of tests that we did into the evening, but I think you'll find that
I'm sure Tim means the first night live stream.
What did I say?
You forgot the night bit.
Oops.
1380, contact departures. Good night.
Departures, Velocity 1380, good night.
I think it's more important that I'm picking up on the planes than speaking properly.
I'm sure everyone understands what's going on. But it doesn't mean I won't pick on you.
You wouldn't be you if you didn't pick on me.
Good evening.
Got a 737 on tow at the moment, heading down just past Juliet now.
Yeah, heading off to have some nightly maintenance, no doubt.
I suspect so.
Where is he?
He's got a not available destination on him.
Here we are, under tow, Velocity, heading down to the maintenance base. Another giveaway is they don't have the lovely purple lighting on.
Yeah.
They've just got the boring stock standard white lights. X-Wing, welcome, your first time. Welcome, I hope you enjoy the show.
Right, on final is Qantas 633 in from Brisbane. About a minute out.
We had to November Lima Heavy. We're taxiing the Kilo Home 734. Be ready for reaching.
Heading out to November Lima Heavy, Melbourne Tower. Good evening. Qantas 633, wind 340 degrees 15, knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Good land,
So you've got Etihad heading off to Abu Dhabi too, coming down the taxiway.
That'd be who I just heard. Then I heard the interesting call sign.
Yeah. EY 461's the call. Echo Yankee 461.
So that'll be their flight number, but they, much like Emirates and Qatar, we find that they're using alphanumeric call signs.
Well, it's a 777 ER.
300 ER?
Yep.
There is a, I believe there is a 777-200 ER variant out there as well.
Well, there you are. I've learned something new. Now, he looks like he's going full length to Kilo.
Yeah, certainly looks that way.
Etihad 2 November Lima, line up runway 34.
Line up runway 34, Etihad 2 November Lima.
Would that have been 2 November Lima?
Yeah, that's the Etihad. So that's
Yep.
that's what I mean by the interesting call signs. Instead of just calling Etihad with numbers, they are 2 November Lima.
Yeah.
we've got a bit of a noisy 737 there trying to get off before the rapid.
71, Melbourne tag today.
No, he's arriving, I believe. That's the Brisbane, inbound from Brisbane.
Yeah, it's been a bit noisy trying to get off before the rapid exit, I think, or by the rapid exit.
Qantas 633 it was. And yeah, he's taking the rapid.
The Lima, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 34, Etihad 2 November Lima.
Alright, here's our Etihad 777-300ER getting ready to rocket out to Abu Dhabi. So, apologise for the darkness of it. We are still experimenting with camera settings for night optimization.
Something to look forward to. We've got Cathay Pacific CX163. It's a 777-300ER. He's due in about 50 minutes, coming in from Hong Kong.
Alright, so not the nifty 50 grand tonight.
No.
I know Sid Squad grabbed the nifty 50 grand into Sydney probably about half an hour ago. Alright,
Fiji Air is about an hour out.
Lima, contact departures, come on.
So we sort of have our hour of power, what I'd consider the hour of power for us, around 11:30, where we have a number of heavy internationals departing, all within the space of about half an hour. So today we're aiming to go through till about midnight tonight, subject to whatever's around. So if it gets real quiet, we might shut down a bit early. If it's busy, we'll keep running.
Yep.
I got nowhere to be.
Wind 350 degrees.
I'm where I want to be, so
runway 34, cleared to land.
You're all stuck with us until we're done.
Alright, who's our arrival there, Mick?
He is Rex 171 in from Sydney.
In from Sydney.
And that Virgin unit has indeed gone down to the jet base.
Aha, going for some nightly maintenance to be fresh and ready for tomorrow. So yeah, we've got some considerably strong northerly winds tonight, which is in a way good for us because it means it's pretty much only 3-4 operations today.
G'day, velocity 1334 already.
And a heads up, we've just received...
1334, good evening, line up runway 34.
It's A380, AK407.
Line up runway 34 for velocity 1334.
Out at the international terminal, so he'll be on the move shortly.
That's right, I forgot we have the Etihad 380 out. And then not Etihad, Emirates 380 out. And then I think we have the other Emirates 380 in later on in the show.
Yeah.
So we'll get two 380s on cameras tonight. Yeah, there's the Rex 737.
Velocity 1334, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 34, cleared for takeoff, velocity 1334.
Velocity 1334, taking off from
Melbourne,
Juliet.
Yeah, heading off to
Course
Hobart.
493, Melbourne
Another
Tower, good evening.
737. Anyone to think it was a common aircraft?
No. We've got the beautiful purple mood lighting going on there in the Velocity. No tail light for us tonight though, so she's looking a little dark out there. Someone didn't get the memo.
Need the electrician out to change the light bulb.
That could be it, yeah, the light bulb could be out. Or they're trying to save energy. If you're not using the light, turn it off.
And our Emirates Big Beast is definitely on taxi, doing about 10 knots.
Alright, I'm going to make a slight change to our setup while we wait for the Emirates
Velocity
Big Bird.
1334, contact departures.
So
Good
back
night.
momentarily.
Velocity 1334, cheers.
Alright, grab Kenny to help.
Qantas 493, wind 350 degrees, 18 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Runway 34, clear to land, Qantas 493.
Melbourne Tower, velocity 291, ready.
Velocity 291, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
Next arrival is going to be Qantas 493, another milk run in from Sydney. 737 again.
Velocity 291, line up runway 34.
Lining up runway 34, velocity 291.
Okay, we've got velocity 291 heading to Canberra, lining up from Juliet.
Alright, I'm back on mic. So we got a velocity.
Velocity 291, 737 heading off to Canberra.
Can better.
291, runway 34, cleared to takeoff.
Clear takeoff, velocity 291.
And we've got the China Airlines carbon fibre livery wandering down.
Oh, yep, there it is. Passing in front of the Velocity there.
Yep.
So they'll be heading back to Taipei.
They are indeed. That is
That's our Class 198, curfew Sydney, is any chance of
CI-58, sorry.
I'll let you know.
And they call the paint job carbon fibre Airbus livery.
Velocity 291, contact departures. Good night.
Departures, Velocity 291, g'day.
Expedite now, holding point Juliet, runway 34.
Holding point Juliet 34, we'll go Class 198, thanks. Tower, good day, Emirates 7 Delta Kilo, ready for departure.
Emirates 7 Delta Kilo, good evening at Kilo. Line up, runway 34 and wait, you'll be number 2 to a 737 from Juliet.
5 Kilo, line up, runway 34, roger, Emirates 7 Delta Kilo.
Alright.
Qantas 498, the A380 at full
Emirates
length will be
holding,
waiting, runway 34.
The 737 just going past us now.
Qantas 498, 34, clear to take off, and thanks Emirates.
Alrighty. Oh, we got the Emirates there lining up on camera with the Air China. Is it Air China or China Air? I always get the two confused.
That is China Airlines.
China Airlines, yeah.
Yeah. But the little 737 is going to be going first.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Vogel. It's a bit chilly up here. I got the puffer jacket on today. Went out and bought myself a puffer for the first time, and it's certainly helping. I also bought a beanie, so that's certainly helping keep everything warm. But the things we do for our aviation, love of aviation.
Tower, good evening, Dynasty 058 Heavy, ready.
Dynasty 058 Heavy, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
Alright. Qantas 73 ripping it out. We're waiting for Emirates to depart. They got the memo, they've got their tail light on tonight.
Right, and after those two heavies, we'll have China Southern with the Dreamliner coming down. He's going up to Guangzhou.
Oh yeah, so we've got a mini hour of power going on right now.
Emirates 7 Delta Kilo, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, runway 34, 7 Delta Kilo.
Alright, there we go, the 380 cleared for takeoff. Heading back to Dubai.
The 8, contact departures, good night.
Alright, they're rolling.
Departures Qantas 498, good night, thanks for your help.
Cheers.
Notice we don't
Line up,
have anything
runway
on the
34
freight
and
open
wait.
tonight either, Tim.
Runway 34 and wait, Dynasty 0.
Yeah, I don't expect we'll have a lot of freight movements tonight, being a Friday. I believe we are expecting a National Jet Express BAE 146 to depart at, I think it was about 10 o'clock. So that should be within the next half hour. We should see that one. I'm not sure where he's sitting, but there's China Southern just popping down in the past there. Alright, there's our Emirates 380 out the door. Unfortunately, not much to see in that shot, but as I said, at least they got the tail light on, so they got the memo to keep us keep it lit up.
Seven Delta Kilo, contact departures, good night.
Wilco, Emirates 7 Delta Kilo, good night.
unless he's on departures.
Yeah, we've got something crossing over the top of us, but we can't find him on flight radar, so not too sure who he is or where he's going. Bubba von Braun, good evening. Yeah, Nikon Z9 is great for low light, is it? Well, we are using a Canon EOS R. So, yeah, I'm still learning all the ropes on
058,
this.
runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Alright, this is China Airlines heading out.
Alright, where was that China? There he is.
It's, China Airlines 58, back to Taipei. That's a 350-900 series. He's got a really bright nose light.
He's got a very bright nose light, but no tail light. So.
Qantas 491, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
We've got Qantas 491 just coming across the top of the Novotel now on base. He's a 737 in from Sydney, just about to turn final.
Qantas 491, wind 350 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 34, Qantas 491.
Yep,
Qantas 058, contact departures, good night.
Online departure, down to 058. Right.
China Southern is still sitting in the run-up bay.
Rex 281, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
Yeah, that was a really cold afternoon when we caught up over on Ops Road. That was absolutely freezing.
Yeah.
So I think tonight's it's a tad warmer. It's windier, but I think it's a tad warmer.
Scoot's come up. He's just leaving the terminal.
All right, so we've got a couple of heavies now, and then we'll have a bunch more heavies at about 11:30. I can see Scooter pushing back now. He'll probably come on camera in a minute or so.
Oh, I might try and grab him on the other camera.
Yeah, if you want to turn left a bit more, Mick, there he is.
Got him.
There's Scooter. So also missed the memo about the tail light.
There he is.
All right, who was our arriving aircraft?
Arriving is Qantas 491 in from Sydney, 737-8 again.
Doing the milk run.
Yep. I'll forego my iced coffee tonight.
You don't want an iced coffee tonight, Mick?
Yeah, I don't want anything iced, thanks.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly, a bit too chilly for iced.
Mind you, if anyone wants to bring coffee up to us, I would be most grateful.
You and your coffee, Mick.
I live on it, you know that.
Yeah, I know that. I've known that for as long as I've known you. Johnny, we're up on level 7. For some reason, level 6 was completely barricaded off. There's vehicles in there, but yeah.
I don't know how they got in, but they're there to stay.
Yeah. Oh no, the exit ramp.
The
the exit ramp's a different ramp, but they can't come any higher. If they want to come higher, they've got to go down 1, then come across and come up 2. But yeah, no, Johnny, we're up on level 7 with no rain forecast, and it's I think it's a clear sky. It's a very dark sky, so I think there must be some cloud.
I can see stars.
Oh yeah, so
it looks to be fairly clear.
All right, there's Scooter. Pushed back.
281, wind 340 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34, cleared to land. 34, clear to land, Rex 281.
All right, Rex 281 was that?
Yep, I'm just looking for him now. He's just turned final.
Yep.
281 Rex, he's in from Brisbane.
Brisbane, Vegas.
Where I hope it's a little warmer.
I doubt it's going to be any colder.
Should ring our recently retired friend up and ask him to send some of his excess warmth down
and we are
our way.
ready.
I think he moved up,
heavy Melbourne
there
tag.
for all that warmth, Mick. Yeah,
Surely he's not going to be greedy and keep it all.
he will.
Yeah, you're right, he will.
China Southern 344, line up runway 34. Line number runway 34, China Southern 344. Melbourne tag, Jetstar 220. Jetstar 220, Melbourne tag today.
Okay. China Southern 344 is a kilo lining up off to Guangzhou. This is the unit with the big 787 emblazoned across the fuselage.
Oh, the carbon fibre livery.
No.
No? Oh no, that was the that was a China Air, wasn't it?
That was China Air with the carbon fibre. This one's 787 Boeing livery.
China Southern 344, runway 34, cleared for takeoff. Runway 34, cleared for takeoff, China Southern 344.
Oh, there we go, they're cleared for takeoff. And there you go, you can see the 787 there, with the landing lights illuminating it nicely.
And he's rolling.
Very slow roll there from the China Southern. But I guess if you're not been told to rush, why are you going to rush?
Alright, Scoot's disconnected from the tug and is now taxiing.
Jetstar 220, wind 350 degrees, 18 knots, runway 34, cleared to land. 34, clear to land, Jetstar 220.
And Jetstar 220, you just heard from ATC, is a 320 in from Queenstown in New Zealand.
Southern 344, contact departures, come on. Contact departures, and 344, good night.
Alright, there's our Scooter 787 heading back to Singapore.
Does he have a hint of a rather dull tail light on?
Yes, he has a
Call 495,
quite a dull
Melbourne
tail
tag,
light to the eye, but the camera's actually picking up that tail light pretty nicely.
Okay.
So it works quite well for the camera.
Melbourne Tower, good day, Scooter 25, heavy, we're ready on reach. Scooter 25, heavy, Melbourne tag, good evening. Tag, good day, velocity 359, ready. Velocity 359, Melbourne tag, good evening.
Alright, we'll leave Scooter there.
And you've got Velocity and Rex having a bit of a race down the taxiways.
They're trying to work out who'll get there first, eh?
Well, the Rex is the inbound one from Brisbane, so I don't think he's going to go too far.
220, contact ground now 121.7, good night. 121.7, just 220, clear.
Velocity 359 heading off to Brisbane eventually. I suspect
Velocity 359, line up runway 34. Line up runway 34, velocity 359.
Yeah, Velocity getting the clearance first. Oh, the Rex that he was racing was actually an inbound there, Mick.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry. My brain's still frozen. I'm waiting for this beanie to warm it all up again. Good evening, Maria. Welcome. Paul, welcome. Hope you're both having a lovely evening.
359, next arrival's about 3.5 miles, runway 34, clear for takeoff. 34, clear for takeoff, velocity 359.
Alright, that velocity cleared for takeoff. Switch over to that camera.
Okay, we've got Qantas 495 just turning final now, coming in from Sydney.
Qantas 495, wind 350 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Clear land, Qantas 495.
Oh, no wonder it's cold up here, 20 knot wind.
Yeah, that wind is it's a bit of a challenge tonight.
I'd call it biting.
Yeah.
Velocity 359, cutting departures, good night.
359, go up.
Alright, there's our Qantas 495 coming in from Sydney. Another one of the milk runs. Just a reminder, if you haven't liked tonight's show yet, please go give that a big thumbs up. And yeah, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, we'd appreciate the subscription. And make sure you hit that bell icon, that way you know when we are doing streams.
Line up runway
like
34.
this.
Line up runway 34, it's good at 25.
Subscribe to our channel. Appreciate the subscription.
I think I have to switch to parts.
Good at 25, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34, it's good at 25.
Alright, Scooter 25. Turn his tail light off.
Oh,
So he's just a bit of a dark blob out there at the moment. Unless that tail light was only on one side, because that was the port side, and we're now being shown the starboard. So maybe they're trying to save costs by only having one side lit up. Alright, Scooter rolling, heading back to Singapore's Changi International Airport. Yeah, they're showing up very dark on our screen, unfortunately. That's something we will work on. As Mick said, we've got a bit of a lull coming up, so we might play with some camera settings. So hopefully we get our exposure improved by the time we have the hour of power around 11 o'clock tonight. But there are the lights of Scoot blasting off to the north.
Alright, I think we've got about 10 minutes of quiet.
Good at 25, contact departures, good night.
Departures, good night, good at 25.
Alright, there we go, Scooter out the door.
No, I take that back. Jetstar's wandering down for a Sydney departure. It's 5:32.
Yep, I see him. Plane spotting Australia. Yeah, it was it's chilly. Thanks for tuning in and joining us on this chilly evening. And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in on this chilly evening here in Melbourne. I hear the boys up at Sid Squad have got calm winds up there. I'm a little bit jealous. Still pretty chilly. So the weather widget on our screen is saying it is 11 degrees. It reckons we have 38 kilometre-hour wind gusts at the moment, which I'd believe that. The laptop screen keeps flapping in the wind, and I'm sure you can hear the wind noise coming through the camera, unfortunately. Or more to the point, coming through the mics.
Evening Tower, car 21 with you on Victor. Request to enter runway 27, immediate recall, flying maintenance.
Car 21 at Victor, enter runway 27, hold short runway 34.
From Victor, enter runway 27 on immediate recall, hold short runway 34, car 21.
Was that one of the cars?
Yeah, one of the cars is going to be doing an inspection on runway 27.
532 ready.
Jetstar 532, Melbourne Tower, good evening, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
34, clear for takeoff, Jetstar 532.
Once he leaves, we've got about 5 minutes before the next movement.
All right. Well, in that 5 minutes, we'll see if we can adjust this exposure, because yeah, that Jetstar's looking very dark. This Jetstar jetting off to Sydney, taking part in the milk run. There we go, Jetstar rolling off to Sydney.
He seemed to be fairly slow to start his rollout, didn't he?
Yeah, I guess he's not in a hurry. Alright, Jetstar out the door.
4 minutes.
Alright, we've got about a 4 minutes lull here, so Mick and I are just going to mute while we play with some camera settings.
Jetstar 532, contact departures, good night.
532 is here.
Rossi 692, Melbourne Tower, good day. .92, wind 350 degrees, 22 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
34, cleared to land, velocity 692.
Alright, we tried some settings, we're going to see what it looks like. So, what do we got? Velocity, where are they coming in from, Mick?
That's a Perth inbound.
Perth. Nice.
737.8.
Nice short flight.
Yeah. About 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 hours. Departed 4:58 local time and arriving 10 o'clock our time. So, what's the 2 hour difference?
About 3 hours flight time.
Yeah, not bad. Now here will be followed by Jetstar 533, the 321 in from Sydney.
533.
Jetstar 533, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
Speak of the devil.
Ah. Okay, we've got Cathay Pacific, 13 minutes out.
Ah, yep. I'm not noticing a incredible difference in brightness there, Mick.
No, neither am I.
So, apologies all. We're going to keep playing with the settings tonight and hopefully improve it. So we can increase the brightness by doing that.
About 533, wind 350,
considerable
18 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Oh yeah, that's very jumpy, isn't it?
Yeah. So we might be stuck with where we are at the moment, guys. We will do some more research and that for future night streams.
Okay, we're going to have a bit of a race between two Qantas units for the next arrival after 5:33.
Alrighty. Milo, we are surviving. We are surviving. Barely. So Milo there is my sister-in-law. I think at my place probably watching with my children. Although they should be in bed by now.
Oh, ease up a little, Dad. It's Friday night.
Hang on, sorry. I need to do this for my daughter. Sorry, I promised her I'd do that tonight on the Tonight Show. Alright, just 5:33 was it? From Sydney?
From Sydney, 3:21.
Neo?
7 years old, so probably not.
Nah, probably not a Neo.
And we've got another little gap. We've got Qantas 780 in from Perth and Qantas 698 from Adelaide.
We might need to stick to day streams for a while, I think, Mick. Because, yeah, it's not looking great out there. We'll power on for tonight. We'll stay for the hour of power, as we'll run through to about midnight tonight.
I'm going to predict our next arrival to be Qantas 780 from Perth, 737-800.
Oh, there we go. Milo said that the kiddos were getting ready for bed before they left my place. So, they probably didn't hear the sound effect. Oh well, she'll just have to watch it back tomorrow.
Okay, we've got another no destination. Rex 161 over there on the concourse. Looks like they're going to tow it somewhere.
Yep. Well, if it's got a flight number though, that should be going somewhere.
Yeah, ZL 161 to NA.
ZL 161 is an inbound from Sydney.
Okay, or maybe they're jumping the gun because they're showing a departure point of Melbourne to N/A.
Yeah, good chance that they're taken down for maintenance.
Alright. And Qantas 780, the 737-800 from Perth is now on right base. So we should see it out there somewhere. Although it is a fair way down. If he kept travelling east, he'd actually go through Port Melbourne. So he's going to be coming from on final a fair way out.
Is he right base or left base?
He's over there.
So left base.
Yeah. What did I say?
Right base.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, you can see him out there.
Yeah, you can see he's quite a distance out still. Yeah, our next arrival, was he?
He's our next one, and after that'll be 698, which is over there.
Oh, yep. So yeah, it is a nice clear night now that I stop and look up at the sky and can see there's no clouds. So as cold as it is, it's not wet.
It is quite clear.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Paul with 10 gifted memberships.
Oh,
what are you doing, Paul? Thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome,
support,
man.
Greatly appreciated. Alright, so I guess I've got to read off the list of names now, don't I?
I think you better.
Alright. Anna, Iridium Flare, Lisa, Carolyn, Stephen, David, Mark, Vinny, Cohen, and Rigoberto. Congratulations, guys. You're now all members for the next month. Thanks to Paul S. there. Been a supporter from pretty much day one, I think.
Yeah.
So, mate, your support is absolutely appreciated. Unnecessary, but absolutely appreciated. So yeah, after your 1 month of gifted memberships are up, you can choose to continue your membership if you wish to continue supporting the channel, but there's no obligation.
Cathay over there.
Oh yep, we can see Cathay off in the distance. They're a little ways out. That'd be number 3 for arrival.
They'll be number 3. They're showing up as about 6 minutes to landing.
Alright, I'm going to try something challenging here and see if I can pick them up on the camera.
You might want to swap the...
Yeah, Mick, do you want to press the first button for me so I don't lose him? There he is. So there is the Cathay downwind. That's the best I can do for you. So we'll go back to the other camera for now.
Yeah, he's doing about 275 knots. That's as ground speed. So
yeah.
He's still hiking fairly well.
During the day I can't seem to pick them up because they're too far out, but I guess flashing lights sort of help the camera pick it up on a black sky.
Well, that's the whole idea, make them visible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, and our Qantas 780's getting reasonably close.
Yeah, I got them on the camera. I haven't switched it over yet because they're just a little white blob in the sky, but... Yeah, no, Paul, you're an absolute legend, mate. Your support's greatly appreciated there. There we go. Two planes in one shot. So was it Qantas 680, was it?
This one is Qantas 780.
Sorry, 780.
Followed by Qantas 698.
So I just combined the two.
Yeah, don't think your math quite works out.
Doesn't that mean that Qantas could just stack the planes on top of each other?
Oh yeah. I think we moved away from biplanes several decades ago.
Yeah.
Melbourne Tower, Qantas 698. Qantas 698, Melbourne Tower, good evening. Qantas 780, wind 350 degrees, 23 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Clear land, runway 34, Qantas 780.
Hayden, in answer to your question, no, we did not get a stream deck as well because we found the Roadcaster Pro 2 has the ability to act like a Roadcaster. So, yeah, it makes our life easier without having to spend more money on hardware and just clutter up the workspace even more.
Hayden, you'll have to pop up one day when we're streaming and have a look at it. It's a marvellous bit of kit.
Yeah, I can understand now why all the other streamers around the country and probably around the world use the Roadcasters. They are an extremely awesome piece of kit. So if you're getting into anything that requires audio production, we highly recommend the Roadcaster Pro 2. Or if you're only a small application, the Roadcaster Duo is equally as good but less inputs and outputs. But this one's got 4 inputs and 4 outputs using XLR or 6.5 MEL, which for us works really well because we can have 2 headsets as well as ATC. But there's a massive amount of functionality. If you are into audio gear, go and look it up. Go look up the specs. I won't bore everybody on here because I know you're here for the planes. But yeah. It's a great piece of kit, and hopefully for you guys has improved the audio on the show. I'm hoping tenfold because not hard considering what we did have was awkward and not great. But it got us by, it got us started.
Oh yeah.
Cathay 163.
Alright, Next arrival is
Cathay 163 Heavy, Melbourne Tower, good
98.
evening.
He's 1 minute out. That's the inbound from Adelaide, 7:37.
Yeah, Cathay just called in there.
Wind
Yeah, he's just turned
20
final,
knots, runway
but he's 2
34,
minutes
clear to
further
land.
out.
Clear to land, runway 34, Qantas 6, 98.
Milo, yes, this is the one we were setting up in the office the other night. We've got a flashing tail light on this one.
Yeah,
It's not just my camera doing it.
don't think so. Seems to be strobing.
Maybe,
I wonder if it's actually a strobe just lighting up the tail.
maybe that light bulb needs to be changed.
We'll get a better view of it when it does its run out past us. No, it's definitely flashing.
Yeah. Anyone got ideas as to why the tail light would be flashing like that? Or did they just forget to turn their right indicator off?
Which would be naughty, seeing as they did a left turn.
Get no comment. No comment. Maybe they're indicating early that they're going to turn right off the runway.
Well, yeah. Alright, China Southern is now down at 10 kilometres.
China Southern.
Sorry,
Cathay.
Cathay.
I was going to say, don't tell me China Southern's coming back again.
Yeah,
It's the cold weather, I tell you. It's that wind.
starting to get a bit numb.
So without this puffer jacket, now I see why Kurt goes on about the puffer jackets. Best $75 I've spent in a long time.
Wind 350 degrees, 26 knots, runway 34, clear to land.
34, clear to land, Cathay 163.
Alright, so that's our Cathay 777-300ER cleared to land.
Yeah, flight number CX163 was the call.
So not a nifty-50 tonight,
No, unfortunately.
just a good old reliable 777-300ER.
Yeah, 9.5 years old, so it's getting into middle age. Now, who's that coming in behind him? It will be our first propeller plane. We've got a little Saab 340B coming in.
Where are they jetting in from? Or buzzing in
Mildura. Yeah, buzzing in, definitely.
Buzzing in from Millie.
Yeah. It's Rex 3685.
A little bit of a wobble wobble there with the Cathay. Not too surprised given the winds.
Yeah.
Tower at 3685.
Rex 3685, Melbourne Tower.
You know, we're getting the wind protected as we are by our vehicles, but I can only imagine how much stronger it's going to be out on the runways.
Oh yeah.
Cathay 163, vacate Foxtrot, contact ground 121.7.
Okay, Foxtrot 121.7, Cathay 163.
There you go, Mick. Milo reckons that Qantas was doing Morse code, asking for coffee when they coffee delivery when they land.
No coffee for them. If I don't get coffee, they don't get coffee.
Yeah, true, because they're in a nice warm cockpit.
Yeah.
Jetstar 477.
Jetstar 477, Melbourne Tower.
Oh, I missed that there before. Paul saying the audio is great. So I'm glad that the investment of the Roadcaster has resulted in great audio for the show. All right, you said the next arrival's at Saab 340.
Yep.
Well, they're not very far out at the moment, so let's go find them. There they are.
Yeah, we're just looking at flight radar at the moment. The little Saab, it's showing up as two separate planes.
Well, I can confirm that it is one. You gotta love the little glitches that flight radar do from time to time. But hey, where would we all be without flight radar?
Be a lot more guesswork happening, I'd say.
Yeah, I remember back in the days prior to the readily available technologies, and there was a lot more hard listening to a scanner as the planes came in, assuming you were close enough to hear them. So we are certainly spoilt with our options for technology these days. Here's our little Saab buzz box. Not a lot to show.
Jetstar 477, 350 degrees, 20 knots. Jetstar 477.
Oh, I'm sure you all heard 477 call in. He's 10k out, inbound from Newcastle. It's a A320.
Runway 34, cleared to land. Cleared to land, runway 34, Jetstar 477. Good evening, velocity 354. Velocity 354, Melbourne Tower.
Alright, we'll try and grab our Jetstar friend coming in from Newey. It's alright, nearly locked onto the wrong plane. 2 in the stack, so easy enough to do. Mick, we can't hear you on mic.
Yeah, that might be better.
There we go.
The one in the back is Velocity 354 coming in from Brisbane. But the one you're on at the moment is Jetstar 477. That's the Newcastle service.
At the moment, there's a couple of blobs in the sky. Because another Jetstar without tail light on. We really have to get the memos out to them that we want the tail lights on.
Velocity 354, wind 350 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34, cleared to land. 34, cleared to land, velocity 354.
Saab really is a buzz box, isn't it?
Oh yeah, they make a lot of noise while they're still running. Yeah, we'll show you the Saab in some light, so you can actually see what it looked like. Saab just powering themselves down there to make it safe for their passengers and workers to exit the aircraft and to service the aircraft.
Alright, velocity 354 from Brisbane's on short final now.
Alright, let's swing around and find our velocity. There we are. Again, some blobs in the sky. So yeah, as I said, we're aiming to go through till about midnight tonight. That seems to be when activities cease, not due to a curfew, but that just appears to be all the traffic there is tonight. I think there was...
We've got Fiji 931 in 10 minutes.
Oh, there we go. So Fiji will come and go tonight, so I believe they're in the pack around 11:30 that depart, so
and they are on time, so hopefully they're an on-time departure too.
Whose time are they on? Fijian time?
Fiji is on time.
As long as they're not on Fijian time, because Fijian time is very slow.
Well, they actually left 5 minutes late, so
yeah, that's not too bad actually.
our next arrival will be JQ 945, 321 in from Cairns. He's just turning base now.
Melbourne Tower, Jetstar 945. Yeah.
Yeah, Hayden, mate, you and me both can't wait for October for daylight savings.
Yeah.
I'll just take the warmth. I don't even care about the daylight times. I just want the warmth. So, but no, it'll be nice to have longer days to do stuff. Hopefully by then we have our nighttime stuff set up a bit better, so that coming out here we don't need to be in puffer jackets and beanies and freeze ourselves up here. But if we didn't enjoy it, we wouldn't be here.
Who's that wandering down? That'll be Jetstar, I reckon.
Now let's have velocity heading into the gate.
You're right, 354. That was the inbound from Brisbane.
Yep. So, a little bit quiet at the moment. What did you say our next arrival was?
Our next one is... Where is it?
There he is.
945 Jetstar. And he's in from Cairns.
Hopefully nice and warm up there.
Yeah.
Ancelini, good evening. Welcome. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Hope everyone watching is having a lovely evening, or as I always say, morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you're from. As I know we do get visitors from all around the world watching. I seem to have lost my statistics off my screen, so I don't know how many people we've got in the show at the moment. What do we got? We've got 29 people in watching the show.
Wind 360 degrees, 23 knots, runway 34, cleared to land. Runway 34, cleared to land, Jetstar 9:45.
Alright, just on 9:45, are you going to bring some warmth from Cairns, or are you going to... Did you leave it up there? Because it wouldn't fit.
I'm afraid the only warmth we're likely to get from him is the exhaust from his engines.
Yeah, and unfortunately that doesn't travel far enough to warm us up.
Oh.
Look, for as windy as it is, it's not as cold as it could be.
True.
I think it's tomorrow night. It's meant to get down to like 3 degrees though, so but that would fit with hail both Saturday and Sunday forecast for Melbourne.
Which is, putting it bluntly, a real good reason not to do a stream.
Yeah, so as much as we'd like to can stream, and it generally fits better with our timelines, the weather forecast was just not appealing in the slightest. So,
and I think we've really both had enough of the idea of working out in all weather.
Yeah. Look, both Mick and I have come from jobs where we both work out in the weather. Both fortunate enough now to not be in jobs that require us to be out in all weather.
Melbourne Tower, good evening.
There we go.
And my memory is long.
Fiji 931, Melbourne Tower.
There we go. Fiji 931 calling tower.
They are just turning final now.
There we go. So, Jetstar coming in from Nandi. 737 MAX 8, I'm assuming.
737 MAX 8, yeah, 5-year-old. Fiji 931.
Yeah, I'm not sure how big their fleet are at the moment of the 350s, but my memory seems to say that there's only 3 in the fleet.
I don't know, I couldn't comment on that. Oh, we've got something else running downwind, which,
Oh, yep.
What we got? That'll be Jetstar 577.
Yeah, Ancelini, I can't wait for the Turkish Airways golden landings as well. I think I did get one a little while ago, but just when they'd started. But it'll be good to see Turkish Airlines arriving in the golden hours.
Fiji 931, wind 350 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 34, V931.
Fiji's website doesn't tell you actually how many aircraft they've got in their fleet. It tells us the seating configurations, but
Not the numbers.
doesn't actually tell us how many aircraft they've got. So if anybody out there in the chat does know how many A350s Fiji has in their fleet, let us know. I have been fortunate enough to do 3 flights on them. Maria, thank you for tuning in. hope you have a lovely evening, and we'll catch.
Good night, Maria.
Emirates A380, 21 minutes out. Thank you to Ant there for that.
Okay, I'll...
Jamar, the stats man, good evening. Welcome to the Melbourne Flyer stream from Melbourne Airport. You're up there on the Gold Coast. Hopefully it's a bit warmer up there.
Okay, I've got the A380. He's just south of Bendigo at the moment.
Alright, well this is our 737 MAX 8 Fiji Airways. Fiji 931. Coming in from Nandi.
Jetstar 577, Melbourne Tower, g'day.
Not Jetstar, Fiji have got the tail lit up for us. Which, when you have such a beautiful tail like the Fiji aircraft do, you would absolutely want to be showing that off to the world.
That's as clear as day on the camera, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the misleading part, is on the camera that comes up quite a bit nicer than what it does on the stream, unfortunately. Still not too bad on the stream from what I can see on the preview screen.
Oh, Jetstar 577 from Brisbane is 1 minute out for 3-4. 320-200 series coming in from Brisbane.
E1, contact ground 121.7.
Ground 1217, g'day Fiji 931.
G'day. Jetstar 577, wind 340 degrees, 24 knots. Runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, clear to land, Jetstar 577.
Looks like he's going to go off on the fast exit.
Yeah, well, a MAX 8 with the headwinds we've got, I'm not really too surprised by that.
Not that he's going too fast about now.
No, he's slipped back into Fijian speed.
11 knots. Yeah, he could have done a right turn.
Yeah, he's just cruising off. Alright, so what was the next one? Jetstar.
Yeah, I'm just pulling him up now, and it's 577 Jetstar. In from Brisbane.
Vegas.
Don't even get an orange tail on this one.
No. Where is he? There he is. Is this a 320 or a 321 Mick?
Coming in, it's a 320-200.
Ah, yeah. Looks like they might have a light lit up tail. Yeah, it's very, very vaguely lit up.
evening, Jetstar
The
2.
Emirates 380.
Jetstar
is
216,
at
Melbourne Tower,
13
good evening.
knots. He's just entered downwind.
Alright, so he's just out to our west, is he?
Northwest.
Northwest?
Actually,
yep.
more north than west. But
That's a star, I can see.
he's up there. We're here. So he's almost due north of us. I think I just saw him.
There we go. Anth, Fiji has 4 A350s. Thank you.
Thanks to you, sir.
Duncan, thank you for joining us. Yeah, Sid's quite a large inspiration for us to create a quality show. We try.
Jetstar 216, wind 350 degrees, 22 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Cleared to land 34, Jetstar 216.
Alright, there we go. Jetstar cleared to land. They're still a little ways out.
Yeah, that was 216, and when the flight radar comes up, he's in from Auckland.
From over the Dutch.
Yep, 10-year-old 320.
Not a spring chicken, but also not a geriatric.
Okay. Then we'll have 2 other domestics in, and then I think we will have our 380.
Thank you, Ant. We're trying to do the best we can with the cameras. Obviously, being night and not quite that experience with night videography, not at least with this camera. So, doing my best. So yeah, Jetstar here in from, was it Auckland, Mick?
Yes, Auckland.
Yeah. From Auckland.
Velocity 892.
Velocity 892, Melbourne Tower.
I believe Wellington flights will actually be live from Auckland tomorrow morning at 7:30 Melbourne time.
Well, they've just had a 3.5-hour flight across the ditch.
Earlier back to Auckland. I haven't been there in nearly 12 years, so I should pop across there at some point.
Oh, I can beat you. I was there 10 years ago.
Yeah, a little bit more recent than mine, not by much, but
216, when vacated, contact ground 121.7.
Ground 117, good night, Jetstar 216.
Good night.
Alright, so our hour of power for departure's about 45 minutes away. 11:30, or I should say they start pushing back at 11:30. So I think there's 6 or 8 internationals. Mr. Alan Peters, good evening.
Oh.
Yes, we are out here. We are freezing. Can you send some of your warmth down? I'm sure it's nice and warm up there. But yeah, no, we're all rugged up in jackets and beanies and gloves and hands in pockets when we can. And but no, nice to see you there, Alan. Thank you for joining us.
Alright, our next inbound is Velocity 892. Another milk run.
Another milk run from Sydney.
Oh, it is one of the heaviest traffic routes around.
Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember if it was a Sydney to Melbourne or Melbourne to Sydney. A couple of years ago, it was the apparently world's
degrees, 21
most profitable route or something.
Runway 34, clear to land. Velocity 892.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was the most profitable or highest revenue.
Jetstar 970 ready.
Either way, it made a world number one.
Yeah.
So, Velocity 892. What do we got? A 16-year-old 737-800. Just a little ways out still.
Jetstar 712.
Jetstar 712, Melbourne Tower.
Alright, let's swing around and grab the Velocity coming in from Sydney. It's got to find him again. There he is. Very dark aircraft, this one. Another very dark Velocity aircraft there.
Sydney, line up runway 34.
Line up runway 34, Jetstar 970.
Alright, just our 970 there lining up. I'll have to pull up some details on them in a moment. So Jetstar 970 lining up. Where are they? Juliet. Lining up at Juliet.
970 is... Come on, flight radar. It's very slow tonight. Off to Perth.
Red eye off to Perth. Well, no, not
970,
quite
runway
red eye, is it?
34, cleared for takeoff.
We have takeoff runway 34, Jetstar 970.
Tower Emirates,
They'll get there at what, about
1 a.m. local time.
Oh, 1 a.m. Ouch.
On the GLS runway 34.
So there's still
Emirates 62
several hours
for
in
passing
the
for
air.
Melbourne Tower. Good evening.
Yeah. Alright, well they're starting their roll out there off 34 heading to Perth. Yeah, it's not a bad option if you work all day and then have to get back to Perth.
2 5 knots, runway 34.
Yeah, but then you've got to still work the next day.
Runway
Both
34,
being
runway
Friday,
Jetstar
off.
Yeah, so I guess if you work Monday to Friday in Melbourne and family back in Perth, although you're going to get back to Perth and you're not going to want to do anything on the Saturday, and then you probably have to get back on board on the Sunday to get back for Monday.
And whatever that is not on flight radar.
Okay, so we've got another mystery
Oh, there it is, just came up.
Just popping up now.
Mind you, AirAsia's just come up too at the international terminal, the Kuala Lumpur service.
I got AirAsia departing tonight.
Yep.
One we don't normally capture because we're normally day. So our landing aircraft there, that'll be our Jetstar coming up from Hobart, wasn't it?
The one that just landed.
No, just landing now.
That will be Jetstar 712, and when flight radar comes up it'll tell me it's in from Hobart.
Yeah, I thought that was the Hobart service.
Jetstar 970, contact departures. Departure is 970, good night.
Okay, our next one in is the Big Bird.
The Emirates 380. Our next arrival on runway 34.
Wind 350 degrees, 25 knots. Land.
Clear to land runway 34, Emirates.
There we go, we got a female pilot there. One of many that Emirates have. Nice to hear though. So there we are, the Emirates 380.
Nice, and Emirates 62 Papa intend to vacate via taxiway aircraft.
Emirates 62 Papa.
There you go, Emirates advising they're going to roll through to Echo. They must have a heavy load on this evening.
Back to runway 27 on Victor to the north. Back a little later for more maintenance.
Car 21, copy, thanks.
The Qantas unit that's just crossing over now, I think, is heading down to the jet base because it's not coming up on.
There you go, OBS. There you go, OBS says we're reconnected again.
Good.
Says we're reconnected again.
Good.
And apologies if it is dropping out, guys.
I think it's the internet itself because I dropped out for a minute too on mine.
Okay. It's interesting though, we're on two different networks because you're on Telstra.
I'm using Telstra hotspot.
And I'm doing off a Optus hotspot, so...
Okay, next one in is Qantas 637.
Alright, Rexy shot out like a rocket as you'd expect.
Oh yeah.
We'll see if I can get him on camera at all. There we go. Just some lights in the sky. Unfortunately, not really a lot of them to see. So they're heading back up to, or they're heading up to Mildura.
Yeah.
Nice late flight up there. Looks like we may have been dropped out because Anth said we are back.
637 Melbourne Tower, good evening. Wind 3, runway 34, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 34, Qantas 637.
Qantas 637.
Rex 3684, contact
from
departure.
Brisbane.
Brisbane inbound.
Departures, good night, Rex 3684.
Good night.
So even
Oh, this is one of the older 737s. It's 22 years old.
oh, Victor X-ray Delta, yeah, that's that'll be their fourth. That'll be Qantas's fourth 737-800s that they got. As Victor X-ray Alpha, I believe, was their first, and at least for a while there, they were getting them in sequentially. It's back in a time when I had a inside source at Qantas, being my dad. So had more intel coming in.
Yeah, I think that wind is picking up a bit.
Yeah, it might be. As long as the temperature doesn't drop much more. Although I think it is meant to.
Alright, this is Qantas 637 coming in now, in from Brisbane. And then it looks like your next arrival will be Qantas 782 from Perth.
How far out are they?
3 minutes.
Oh yeah, not too bad.
You can just see them down mid-base now.
I'll have a look in a moment. Oh, apparently Anth says that the AirAsia departure was missed because of the internet dropout.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we certainly saw it on our end, but yeah, didn't realise that it had dropped out. And Anth, in answer to your question, favourite aircraft, at the moment I think my favourite's the A350. Something quite nice about it. I've flown on it not too long ago and was quite nice with Fiji. What about you, Mick? What's your favourite aircraft at the moment?
All-time favourite?
Oh, you can go all-time favourite.
All-time favourite would have to be the 800 747s.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, there was just always something special about them, to me anyway.
Yeah, it's a shame that
782 heavy.
they're not widely used anymore, and we don't see them in Australia that often. Well, in Melbourne, I should say. Although we do get the Queen from Singapore quite often on our weekend shows. Dennis, good evening. Welcome to the show.
We'll occasionally get the Atlas Air in.
Yeah, true. We had the Atlas Air in the other night. We didn't capture it, but I know that it. I did see it on the SID squad coming in from Melbourne. So.
Qantas 782, wind 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
782 is the inbound Perth service. That's the 21-year-old 330.
So was it a Airbus A330?
330-200 series.
Oh yeah. I think they reserve 300s generally for international services.
Yeah.
Although I do believe that in the coming years, with the arrival of the 350 nifty 50 grands that Qantas is getting, as well as the 787-10s that are meant to be coming in, I believe some of the 330s are going to be phased out, with the potential of the current 789s replacing them with possibly some of the domestic legs, although I reckon for the more immediate future the 330-200s may get retired and the 330-300s get put into that domestic role.
Yeah, it'll just slide, it'll just roll through, I reckon.
Yeah, it's going to depend on how many 350s and the 787-10s end up in the fleet and how quickly that happens. But yeah, the 330s, you can't say.
Well, this one's what, almost 22 years old.
Yeah, so it's similar age to that 737-800 that came in a minute ago, Victor X-Ray Delta.
Yeah.
They're all around the same period.
Echo Bravo Alpha.
Yeah, so again, I think that's one of the first 330s they got, because much like they're doing right at the moment, Qantas went on a ordering spree about 25 odd years ago and started seeing the aircraft about 22 years ago.
Alrighty.
So much like the new 220s that are coming in, the 350s that are coming in the next year or two, and the 789s, I believe, the 787-10s are also at similar time. Just again, much like the 330, 200 and 300 variants, they'll have the 787, 9 and 10 variants. No tail light, come on, what are you doing, Qantas? Jetstar 321 or 320 there on tow to the maintenance bays.
Yeah, well, it's not on, it hasn't put a transponder on.
No, so it's under tow heading down to the maintenance base for the night.
Or not.
Oh no, it's coming into a gate. And it looks like again we've just disconnected, so I do apologise if yeah, it looks like our internet's a bit up and down this evening. Even the cell towers don't want to work in this in these conditions, so but yeah, it looks like it's a lot of the internet connections up here at Tulla at the moment, because yeah, Mick's on Telstra and his tab's having issues loading. We stream off an Optus connected phone, and well, as you guys can see, it's jumping up and down, so but it's a little bit quiet for the next little bit. About 7 or 8 minutes until we have the next arrival, and that is the Velocity 898 coming in from Sydney, 11-year-old 737-800. Maxwell, yeah, gotta love the tech. Everyone's unfortunately can fall victim to it, but we do the best we can with what we have. Anth, what would you like to see come back to Melbourne? And everybody for that matter, what airline, if we could have an airline that we don't currently get, would you like to have in Melbourne? So keep in mind we do have a couple of airlines that are only a couple of times a week. Who was it? There's one airline that Mick and I were hoping to get at some point in the not too distant future. I think it's one of the Korean airlines. I can't remember who it was now. Yeah, Dennis, some more regular 380s would be nice. Yeah, and it is a bit tricky to spot at the moment. Ops Road car park is closed. It's been used as a construction compound while they do works on Operations Road itself. Not sure of the scope of works, but and you'd like to see Air Canada, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Air Canada down here. They go to Sydney and Brisbane, but they don't come all the way down here to Melbourne, I don't believe. So that wouldn't be a bad one to have come back to Melbourne. The 4 Aussie aviators, good evening, lads. Welcome. Hope you're having a lovely evening up there. We're having fun down here. Oh yeah, and Delta Airlines. Yeah, well we get United.
Well, good evening, Velocity 898.
Velocity 898, Melbourne Tower, good evening.
Hayden, thank you for dropping in. It is getting late, so that's not a problem. I appreciate your support, mate. Is always greatly appreciated, not only from the modding and the gifting, but just being here. And yeah, as Hayden has said there, Flights Aviation, if we haven't yet given the stream a like, please go smash that thumbs up button. Lets the algorithm know that you're enjoying it and that you want to see more. And yeah, if you're not yet subscribed, we really appreciate the sub. Hit the bell icon so that you know when we are up and streaming. Also when we're publishing our flight reviews. Or trip reviews I should say. Our next one is an Amtrak review over in America from Los Angeles to Chicago.
Wind 350 degrees, 20 knots, runway 34 cleared to land.
Clear to land, Velocity 898.
Alright, Velocity 898 coming in from Sydney, not far away now. Yeah, the four Aussie aviators, yeah. It is a late one tonight. Don't have to be up for work or anything in the morning, so and given the weather forecast for Melbourne, we decided that it was probably best to get a stream in tonight so that you guys can still enjoy the aviation action from Melbourne. We're expecting hail both tomorrow and Sunday. So as well as cold temperatures, so not really we want to be out. Alright, first of our internationals for the hour of power, pushing back there, Malaysian. Paul, you're out the door as well. You have a good night, mate. Thank you for dropping in, and thank you again for the 10 gifted memberships earlier. Your support greatly appreciated, my friend. Alright, wrong one. Velocity 898. Coming in from Sydney on the milk run. So we should see a number of internationals departing over the next about 45 minutes, I reckon. So we're aiming to go through till about midnight tonight, or until the last international departs, subject to that not being too late. But yeah, we appreciate everyone dropping in tonight. We love aviation as much as we know you guys do, so we love being able to bring the content. We will work on our night skills. We've got to play around with the camera a little bit more to try and work out how we can improve these night streams and the vision we're supplying. Velocity 898 from Sydney. Alright, there we go with the Malaysian A330 pushed back for their trip back up to Kuala Lumpur. Alright, so that'd be Malaysian 128s there, pushed back, getting ready for departure back to KL. Airbus A330-300. Looks like we've also got Thai 462 to Bangkok as pushed back on the other side, as well as Singapore 218 heading to Singapore. So we've already got 3 of our hour power aircraft pushed back and getting ready to depart, with Malaysian looking like they'll be the first one out the door. And favourite Chinese carrier. I don't know that I have one. I haven't flown on any of the Chinese carriers yet, so I don't know that I could. I haven't got an informed decision there. The only Asian carriers that I have flown on is actually Scoot, and I don't have a particularly high opinion of Scoot, but they get you there. That's the important part. They get you there. So there we go. We have got Malaysian and Malaysian and Singapore, both on taxi.
G'day, Jetstar 917.
Jetstar
917, Melbourne Tower, g'day.
Yeah, so, yeah.
What on earth?
Alright, there is Malaysian. Again, under the spotlights there makes it stand out really nice and clear. So if we could work out a way that we can get our video to look that clear when they're on the runway.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Right, inbound you have Jetstar 917 in from Townsville.
Oh yeah, they're on
917, wind 350 degrees, 25 knots. Runway 34 cleared to land.
Runway 34 clear to land, just 978.
Alright, we'll flick away from there for a minute. We'll grab Jetstar 917 coming in. Where was that from, Mick? Cairns? No?
Townsville.
Townsville. Same region.
Yep.
So they are our next arrival, and yeah, as I said, we've got Malaysian and Singapore already taxiing. They're playing follow the leader. Thai won't be far away. They were pushed back as well.
Yeah, Ty's still up at the other side of the international terminal, but he is taxiing down.
Alright. And Mick, that BAE 146 never materialised.
I haven't seen it come up at all.
No, it was meant to be a 2200 departure after Sydney.
Well, I don't even know where it's coming from.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It was National Jet Express, but yeah.
Well, it's definitely not on the freight apron.
No, it's definitely not down there. We can see the whole freight apron from up here, and there's nothing there. So I wonder if it was a scheduled flight that didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Good evening, ready.
Malaysia 128 heavy, Melbourne Tower.
Well, let's have a look at the Malaysian flight. It's MH128. It's an 11-year-old A330-300 series.
Oh, well, that is called ready, so
I think they'll be straight out on Kilo.
yeah, once
As soon as this little domestic fella comes in.
Thai is on taxi as well.
Yep, straight over there.
Just coming past the Foxtrot.
128, take
Gates.
Kilo, line up runway 34.
Kilo runway, line up runway 34, Malaysia 130.
Alright, there's our Jetstar in from Townsville.
Qantas 499. Qantas 499, Melbourne Tower.
So it sounds like next arrival, Qantas 499 from Sydney. Will be after this. Qatar 777 about 10 minutes out, according to Ant there. Qatar 74 Lima.
The 777ER,
Yep.
6-year-old.
There we go. I think Ant's never left Sydney was in answer to the 146. So it never came down from Sydney to be able to go back. Alright, this is our Malaysian 128.
Runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
There we go, clear for takeoff.
34 clear for takeoff, Malaysia 128.
Malaysian lighting up the tail and the front belly of the aircraft. So it looks like it should be showing up halfway decently in the video there. Alright, they're rolling, heading back to Kuala Lumpur.
And they're not being tardy about it. They're taking off.
Oh, they want to get home.
Well, if I was them, I'd want to get out of here too, to somewhere a bit warmer.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be picking Malaysia to go back to. In my opinion, too humid. If it's anything like Singapore, I was there last year, and Singapore was way too humid for me. I'm not a tropical bloke. I like warm, dry heat.
499, wind 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 34, Qantas 499.
Alright, Malaysian out the door. First of the hour of power. Well, it's more like half an hour of power, because they all shoot out within about half an hour of each other.
Alright, this next one in is Qantas 499 and
Tower, good evening, Type
he's heading to Sydney,
Type
21-year-old
462 Heavy, Melbourne Tower.
737-800.
Confirm ready.
Firm, Type 462.
Type 462.
Alright, there it is. Qantas 499.
Malaysian 128, contact departures. Bye-bye.
Departure by Malaysian 128. Right.
Okay, Qatar 777 is now 5 minutes out. That's downwind straight across from us.
Oh, yep. You can see him across from us. So looks like our half an hour of power is pretty much running to time at the moment.
Tower, g'day, velocity 696.
Velocity 696, Melbourne Tower. G'day.
Alright, Qantas 499 there, just about to touch down in from Sydney.
Singapore 218, we are ready.
Singapore 218 Heavy, Melbourne Tower. Line up runway 34.
Line up on retrieve 4, Singapore 218, thanks, Heavy.
And there we go, Singapore 218 cleared to line up 34 heading back to Singapore.
Both the units down at Kilo are A350-900s.
Ooh, must be nice.
Yeah. Singapore 218, which we just heard was quid. And behind we have
Singapore 218, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
462
Left on the Gulf on retrieve 4, Singapore 218.
is also a 350-940s.
Sorry, who was that?
The Thai unit is Thai 462 to Bangkok.
Oh, yep.
Pretty
Alright,
much
Singapore.
the same model.
Yeah, Singapore rolling now. I think most of the 900s are the same model. I don't think they've really made much variation on them. Singapore nifty 59er. Not quite the nice nifty 50 grand.
Okay. Singapore is 3 years younger than the Thai unit. It's 4 years old, whereas Thai is 7.
Ah. Still nice nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. Singapore out the door. Second of our internationals jetting out.
96, wind 350 degrees, 22 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
Runway 34, cleared to land, velocity 696.
Mel C, in answer to your question what we're using for the setup, we're using a
contact departures. Bye-bye.
Departure Singapore 218, g'day.
Sorry, choking on my own words. A Canon EOS R with a range of attachments to get the zoom we do. So a 100 to 400 EF lens with an EF to RF adapter and a 2x adapter as well to give us that punch.
Alright, this next unit incoming is Velocity 696 in from Perth. 14-year-old 737.
Seem to be getting a lot of Perth flights this evening.
It'll be about right for time if they're taking off around tea time in Perth.
True.
You know, sort of they've done their day, so they want to get home, or done their week and want to get
good
home.
morning, Qatari 74 Lima Heavy.
There'll be certainly the demand there to get across to the East
Qatari
Coast.
74 Lima Heavy, Melbourne Tower.
There we go. There's our Qatari friend calling
Yep.
in.
Line up runway 34.
Landing up runway 34, type 462.
It sounds like they're going to try and get Thai out the door before Qatar comes in.
That would make a lot of sense.
Thai 350 doesn't want to hang about because he's only 10k away.
Alright. There's our Thai lined up on 3-4.
32 runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 34, clear for takeoff, type 462.
There we go. Thai going to hopefully pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Maybe. Thinking about it. Come on, everybody. Legs out. Pedal. There we go.
Yeah, Qatar's now at 8 kilometres, so yeah, he needs to be gone.
RE74 Lima, wind 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
There we go. That's how you know it's a tight landing clearance when they clear the inbound to land before the outbound is actually even off the ground. Confidence as well there. Alright, there goes Thai. Let's quickly switch around and grab our Qatari. There he is.
Jetstar 777.
Jetstar 777, Melbourne Tower.
Another 777 300ER, Mick.
It is a 777
Type 462,
yes.
contact departures, bye bye.
Departure, type 462, good night.
Having a bit of a struggle with the wind there.
Did my eyes deceive me, or did he have a bit of a bounce?
Not sure about the bounce, but he certainly had a wibble wobble. Ants, no, I've not flown on Wamos Air yet.
Qatari 74 Lima, contact ground 121.7.
117, Qatar 74 Lima, good night.
Good night.
What appears to be our next one will be in about a minute will be a Jetstar 777 in from Adelaide. 12-year-old A320.
I'm assuming you mean flight number 777 because I don't think Jetstar have any 777s.
Yeah, JQ 777.
Ah. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, as I said, it's an A320-200.
That would certainly be something interesting to see though, a Jetstar 777.
Where would they send it?
Well, they send the 78s to Hawaii, so...
358, Melbourne Tower. Jetstar 777, you with me?
Jetstar 777, APEP.
Thanks, the wind 35
Looks like we've got a few
knots,
inbounds.
runway 34, clear to land.
34 clear to land, Jetstar 777.
Get a bit of a conga line going on, have we?
Yep, 4 in a row.
Alright. I knew we had quite a few domestics in as well as the internationals out, so it's going to be quite a busy evening. Where are we? There we are. Just 777 coming in from Adelaide.
Jetstar 449, Melbourne Tower.
Okay, next one in is Velocity 358 in from Brisbane. He's about 8 k's out. It's a 737-800, 9 years old.
Velocity 358, wind 350 degrees, 22 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
34 clear to land, velocity 358.
I'd certainly believe that 22 knots.
Yeah.
When I was walking back down before, the wind was definitely blowing me forward.
Oh yeah. Mick, Anthony, I reckon we've sent the Jetstar 777s to LA.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Be Radical, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, g'day, B-Rad. I think flight radar is running a bit behind at the moment.
Oh?
Well, that's 358 you've got in the camera.
Yeah.
Flight radar says it's still 3 k's out.
Yeah, a little bit slow, but we know flight radar's a little bit slow sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, your next one is going to be Jetstar 449 from the Gold Coast. It's a 15-year-old 321.
And saying Cathay 178 should be pushing back shortly.
449, wind 350 degrees,
next
24
hour
knots,
power.
runway 34, clear to land.
Cleared land 34, Jetstar 449.
Don't have it up yet.
Velocity 1298.
Velocity 1298, Melbourne Tower.
Alright, there's Jetstar 448 from the Gold, sorry, 449 from the Gold Coast.
Apologies about the wind, guys, but I can see on the mixer we're still getting a bit of wind noise coming up. But not a lot we can do about it tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, the wind is quite strong up here tonight, so I don't think our wind socks are quite doing the job that they need to be, but I'm sure it would be worse without them.
That's another one. Flight radar says it's still 2 Ks out.
Yeah, I think we have to put that down to the internet connections at the moment.
Yeah.
Both yours and mine are a little bit dodgy tonight.
You're being kind.
Yeah, we're not sure what's going on, but both mobile hotspots are being
Velocity
jerky.
1298, wind 360 degrees, 23 knots, runway 34, clear to land.
34, clear to land, velocity 1298.
Alright, velocity 1298 is in from Cairns, 737-800.
Well, there they are there.
And there's one more in the conga line after that.
Just turned base.
Just turned final from base.
Yep. Who's that?
That will be another velocity 248 from Adelaide. Okay, Cathay Pacific's just come up at the international terminal.
There we go. So they'll be jetting out shortly.
Tell you what, I would kill for a hot drink now.
Velocity 248.
Velocity 248, Melbourne Tower.
Might have to wait till the end of the show and we'll go get some hot chocolates or something.
Sounds like a plan, mate. Okay, Cathay 178 is taxiing, or the speed he's going, I'd say he's being pushed back. It's only doing 3 knots, so I'd say it's a pushback with the tug.
Yeah, more than likely. Okay, velocity in from Cairns. And our next velocity is in from Adelaide. What did you say, Mick?
Yes. That will be 248, velocity 248 from Adelaide.
Apparently
Wind
Fiji's
350 degrees,
up on radar
21
too.
knots, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, clear to land, velocity 248.
Ah, Paul, you're back. You couldn't stay away, hey? Love the action
mate.
too much. Welcome.
All right, yeah, Fiji 930 is online.
We have quite a few internationals departing, so I dare say we are going to go past midnight tonight, considering it's 7 minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a look at the lineup of international departures to see what else there is, because there's the Cathay, there's the Fiji, I think there's another Emirates to go out still tonight. There's the Emirates 777.
One right in front, across from us there.
Yeah, it's got a wing light on. Don't think it has an anti-collision.
That's been on for an hour or two though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to it. Alright, here's our velocity service coming in from Adelaide.
I'm not seeing any more international arrivals.
No, I don't think there's any more international arrivals. I think it's more departures.
The closest thing that I can see is a Qantas service from Auckland, and that's an hour and 50 minutes out yet.
So we've got nearly 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 1:42. Sorry. No, we should have seen that. Looks like it's running late.
Ah.
Scheduled departure was 8 p.m. and it actually departed Auckland midnight local time.
Ooh, that is a late departure.
Supposed to be into us at 22:10 and now estimated at 01:42.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be here for that one.
I think I'd be an ice block if we waited around that long.
Alright. Velocity about touchdown from Adelaide.
Morning, Tower, car 21 is with you. Quebec. Request to enter on a 27 on immediate recall. Car 21 Quebec, enter on a 27 on immediate recall. Hold short from a 34. From Quebec, enter on a 27 on immediate recall. Hold short from a 34. Car 21 and request for a 27 edge license station 4.
Alright, I've got both Cathay and Fiji on flight radar.
There you go. Anthus saying that the Emirates 777's the 2:30 a.m. departure. So
I'm sorry guys, but not tonight.
Yeah, we won't be here for that one. But JQ217 to Auckland is departing at midnight apparently.
Well, if it is, it needs to come up soon.
Yeah, well.
Although I can hear something winding up.
Yeah.
Unless that's Fiji over there.
Yeah, it'll be Fiji. You can hear Fiji is pushed back.
Yeah, I've got him showing up here, just back off from the international.
There we go. Fiji's 737 MAX 8 pushed back. That will probably be what we can hear. And yeah, Cathay is on taxi. So we'll have the Fiji 737 MAX 8 and the Cathay 777 departing shortly.
Cathay's doing 9 knots on the ground at the moment. So I'd say he's under his own power.
Would make a lot of sense.
It's a bit fast for a tug.
Yeah.
With the 777, it's a bit fast. I wouldn't want to be towing a 777 that fast.
Yeah, well, it looks like Fiji and Cathay Pacific and the Jetstar are our last 3 heavy movements this evening. So
I've lost them both in the black spot.
they've both been sitting still for too long. You can see Cathay taxiing just behind the Emirates.
Yeah.
Pull it in a bit tight, a bit wider. There you go. So we've got Cathay taxiing, and Fiji will be on the move shortly. So Cathay will be out first. I think unless Jetstar pops up shortly, we might make Fiji
Okay, we'll see you at 1298. We're
our
proceeding with
last
that.
movement.
We've got a Jetstar arrival with velocity in 6 minutes. Should be out there downwind for us.
Ground, we'll see 1298.
Velocity 1298, ground.
We've got the NIGs on now, we're proceeding to the back.
Velocity 1298, thanks.
Alright, there's Cathay thundering down along taxiway Alpha.
In a hurry, wants to get out of the cold.
Yeah, don't blame him.
Cathay 178, an Alpha to hold short, runway 34, ready.
Cathay 178 Heavy, Melbourne Tower.
Okay, Cathay 178. It's a 777-300ER, 9-year-old. And I think, as we already mentioned, he's off to Hong Kong.
I don't know, did we mention where he's off to?
Oh, I think we did, but doesn't hurt to say it again.
No.
And truck 50, northbound on taxiway Victor, request to cross runway 27.
Truck 50 on Victor, cross runway 27.
Cross runway 27, truck 50, thanks.
Cathay 178, wind 360 degrees, 25 knots. Runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34, Cathay 178.
They want to get rid of him.
Yeah,
He hasn't even turned on the kilo.
request
Where to go?
Fiji 930, information Tango's current, taxi via uniform, Alpha, holding point Kilo, runway 34.
With Tango, taxi uniform, Alpha, holding point Kilo, runway 34, Fiji 930.
Alright, sounds like we've had ground and tower combined into one channel now. So, one of the signs that Melbourne Airport is starting to wind up for the evening when they combine the two channels. Sounds like a good sign for us to start winding up to. So, at this stage, Cathay and Fiji.
Black 9.
Black 9 ground.
Apologies, I forgot to call before, just to say tow is complete.
Black 9, thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, Cathay on the runway, about to belt down runway 34 to get out of the freezing cold Melbourne, heading to hopefully a warmer Hong Kong.
Tower 1, target please.
White 1, thanks.
Alright, there we go, Cathay is rolling.
And we can see Fiji taxiing down. Oh, thanks, Paul. Just congratulated us on our 100 likes.
Contact tower ready on
Thank you, Paul.
120.5.
I hadn't been keeping an eye on the
Ready
like
on
count.
tower 1205, Fiji 930.
Alright, Cathay out the door, heading off to Hong Kong.
There's going to be a bit of a race here, I reckon.
Yeah, what's that?
We've got Fiji taxiing down to end of 3-4, and we've got Velocity 92.
78, contact departures, bye-bye.
Currently on base
Cathay
for
138 for
3-4.
information, moderate turbulence there at 100 feet, pretty rough.
Cathay 178, thanks.
Thanks, mate.
I guess we'll see who wins the race, Fiji or Velocity.
9:30, preceding departure, 777 reported moderate turbulence at 100 feet on departure.
Copy, thanks, Fiji United.
There you go, moderate turbulence at 100 feet. That's not very high off the ground.
I'd say we're close to that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we're up on the 7th floor level of the car park, and yeah.
It's pretty windy up here. And I reckon that temperature's dropped. The widget still says 11, but I don't believe it.
Good evening, Jetstar 217, request to push and start, data 3.
Jetstar 217, ground pushback approved, disconnect at Tango 2.
Push approved to Tango 2, Jetstar 217.
That'll be Jetstar 217. Where were they off to again? They're off to Auckland. I don't think we're going to hang around for them.
9:30, Melbourne Tower, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff, Fiji 930.
There we go, Fiji cleared for takeoff.
Velocity 092.
Bureau meteorology. Currently it is 10.1, feels like 1.1.
I'd believe the 1.1 over the 10.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's mighty cold. We're going to call Fiji our last movement of the night.
I'd say wait for Velocity 92.
You reckon he's still a bit out?
15 kilometres a minute.
All right. We'll wait for Velocity. That's our last movement of the night. I don't particularly feel like playing, but wait tonight.
No, neither do I, but he's on final. So.
All right. He's come all this way. Least we can do is wait for him.
Yeah.
All right. 737 Max 8 Fiji heading back to Nandi. They also don't want to wait. They're out of here.
Well, so would you, wouldn't you? You've got a choice of
92
here or...
for information, preceding departure, 777 reported moderate turbulence at about 100
I was in Fiji last year and I wouldn't mind going back.
Haven't had any reports at that level on arrival.
Very nice, yeah.
You know, I certainly wouldn't mind going back to Fiji. I know it's in our grand plan for a trip in a couple of years with the whole family, but
Alright, well, our last one of the night will be Velocity VA92, the 737 Max 8.
2 wind 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, cleared to land.
So the land 34, 09.
alright. There they are. There's our last movement of the night.
9:30, could you give me a turbulence report before you go?
Fiji 930. Yeah, it was a bit bumpy around 100 feet. Fiji 930.
Fiji 930, thank you, contact departures.
Departures Fiji 930.
There you go. So Fiji confirming the turbulence around 100 feet.
on Melbourne Tower.
Serial number on this unit says it's only a year old.
Yeah, it's a Max 8, isn't it, this one?
It is indeed.
Yeah. So I think Velocity is putting the Max 8s on the on most of their international sectors where they can.
217 received Tango, request taxi.
Jetstar 217, taxi via Tango, hold short of Alpha.
Tango, hold short of Alpha, Jetstar 217.
Alright.
Velocity 092, what was the turbulence like on final?
Nothing for us, nothing with me.
Velocity 092, thanks. After vacating, taxi Foxtrot, Tango, Alpha and Uniform to Bay Delta 2.
Apologies there. Could you please say that again? Velocity 092.
Velocity 092, taxi vacate Foxtrot, taxi Tango, Alpha, Uniform to Delta 2.
Okay, Foxtrot, Tango, Alpha, Uniform, Delta 2, velocity 092, thank you.
Thanks. Jetstar.
Alright everyone, that was our last movement of the evening. The turbulence is starting to hit us up here as well, so I think it's a good idea that we call the show now. So thank you everyone for joining us this evening. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you haven't liked tonight's show yet, please go hit that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you know when we're streaming and when we're posting. Next stream will more than likely be a day stream.
Yes.
So make sure you've got that bell icon on so you know when we are streaming. We'll also endeavour to be a little bit more proactive with posting on the socials when we schedule the streams. So from Mick and myself, thank you for joining us. Have a good evening.
Hope we've been entertained, because we, as always, have a lot of fun bringing it out to you.
All right, everyone. You have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Good night.